So sitting up tall, making a few motions so that you can find a state in which you can sit up without feeling too bothered by any parts of the body. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose, release through the mouth, releasing tension from the physical body. So we're going to do something very specific. So yesterday I had a tense moment, and before I took the next step in my day, I sat in my car and I really focused on relaxation. And particularly I felt the brain start to release. So I want to just take our attention to the physical brain, and with your intention, your will, see if you can relax the brain. Just a little bit more, relaxing the physical brain. As we do, all the things on our plates get to kind of be put away for a little bit so that we can continue to release any tension, release any pressures that we feel as the brain relaxes. And helping it to relax a little bit more, again, take a deep breath in through the nose. Release through the mouth. And then shift your awareness to the heart center. And we'll focus actually on the physical heart and let the physical heart relax. Whenever we have certain thoughts or feelings or emotions, the heart rate changes. So instead of manipulating it through feeling, we're going to manipulate it through willing it to relax. A little bit more relaxation in the heart. And then we'll start to deepen the breath now. Letting the belly expand, then the rib cage, and then the chest. Releasing from the chest, the rib cage, and then the belly. Continue to complete each yogic breath, giving more oxygen to the body, more prana, life force, and then moving all of that excess out so that the next breath can be even more full. So balancing that cycle of in-breath and out-breath, prana in, prana out. Oxygen in, unused items, unnecessary items out. And then we'll shift into Śiva Mantra. You can keep that deep breath going, and then as you're chanting, it'll help fuel the voice. But we will start with the meaning as always, so bringing the palms together. remembering this divine self that is ourselves. Om. I bow to the presence of the divine within, our true and highest teacher, that lives in and around us as being, consciousness, and bliss. It is ever present and radiates peace, lighting the way to transformation. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's start our practice by shifting over to hands and knees and starting to move through cat-cow. Feeling the lungs expand and contract. As you're moving through without forcing the spine, but allowing it to naturally open and close. Make sure that the fingers are spread wide, that you have weight in all of the hands, not just towards the wrist. We're going to shift in a moment to heart chakra posture. So when you're ready, you've come out of cat and you've sunk back into cow. With the tailbone shifted up, slide the palms forward and let the chest get closer to the mat, but keep the knees over the hips. The hips over the knees. So you can feel this through the armpits, through the chest. And then we're going to sink back into child's posture and we'll relax the arms. So take the knees apart if you need. Now, if the knees together or closer together are fine and the forehead finds the mat, let arms rest alongside the body. If that doesn't work, take the knees apart and tuck the arms underneath the chest and turn the face in one direction. And so just kind of feel that out, but just allow the shoulders to really relax here. If the head is turned one way, turn it the other way. About 3 more deep breaths. And then we'll rise up back to table and into downward facing dog. So once you're here, roll over the toes, lift the knees, take the hips back, and sway or walk the heels. I'd like to warm up the body a little bit today with some sun salutation variations. So let's take a couple more deep breaths in downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, step the feet forward, come into a forward fold. We can have big toes together, maybe heels together if that feels okay for the ankles, or heels slightly apart, or feet slightly apart. Feel it out. And then we're going to unroll the spine today. So put a bend in the knees and start to slowly come up with the arms and the head. Just be loose. That's a really big part of the practice, is learning to manipulate very specific parts of the body instead of accidentally manipulating. And once you bring the head up, roll the shoulders in circles. And then how about we actually step the feet apart, hips distance if they aren't already. And we're going to take 10 circles total with the arms to work with the shoulders. So take the arms up, but then turn the tops of the hands to face each other. So we have rotation inwardly in the shoulders. And then we'll take a big circle. Arms come down, out to the sides, up towards the sky. So 4 more in this direction. And Marilyn and Brianna, if it gets too warm with the heater, we can just shut it right off. So feel free to do it or just let me know at any point. So once we've taken the 5 circles this way, then we'll rotate the other way. So tops of the hands touching and then outwards. And I always find this one to be a little bit more difficult. Keeping the rotation the whole time. And after those 5, we'll take the arms up towards the sky with the palms facing each other. And then we'll take a side bend over to the right. So right hand comes down to the thigh, left arm up and over. Hold for 2 or 3 deep breaths. Really reach out from as far as you can imagine, whether it's from the waist or the hip or knee or maybe even the ankle, maybe even further than that, like in the ground. And then we'll inhale, come up to center, take the right arm up. Exhale, hinge over to the left. Deep breath with sound. And we'll inhale, come back into the middle, take both of the arms upwards. Separate the feet all the way to the edges. Take the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Straighten the arms, squeeze the shoulders back, look upwards. And then exhale, fold over the legs, releasing down. Release the arms all the way and then come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, come into a squat for 2 breaths. So go as low as you possibly can. Keep the heels down. Even if the hips are still higher up, that's totally okay. Take another deep breath. And then we're going to take our vinyasa here. So bring the hands down, and then we'll step the feet back, or you might heel toe them together first, and then maybe if you want to jump them back, see what feels right. And then maybe knees for support. We'll exhale, lower down all the way. Come up to cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale. 5 breaths, downward facing dog or child's posture, or a mixture of both. But 5 breaths total. And then when you're ready, we'll come back into forward fold, Uttanasana. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release down. This time rise with a straighter back. So you can come up halfway at first, take arms outwards, reach them up, find a back bend, engage the low body, glutes, low back. And then we'll come to Samasthiti, palms together, thumbs to the heart center. And then we'll do that again. So this time we'll go with the breath a little bit more. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, find a side bend to the right just for the one exhalation. Inhaling back into the middle. Exhaling left. Inhaling back into the center. Find a back bend. And then take the hands behind, interlace the fingers. Find another back bend. Exhale, fold over the legs, release down. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth and release the arms. Find a squat, so heel toe the feet apart, lower down. We'll take a nice deep breath in and out. And then when you're ready, bring hands down and find your plank posture, top of the push-up. Exhale, lower down, come into vinyasa without collapsing, so use the knees if we need them. Come into your back bend. And then 5 breaths, resting, either child's posture, downward facing dog, or a mix. One more breath. And we'll float the feet forward, come back into forward fold. Come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, release, come all the way back up. And then we'll exhale, Samasthiti, palms together, thumbs to the heart center. All right, let's go one more time. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Find the side bend on the exhale to the right. Inhale into the middle. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center, back bending. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale halfway, and then we'll find that squat. Exhale, feet apart. Lower the hips down, where we'll take a nice deep breath in and out. And then we'll come to plank posture. Hands come down, float back, lower down. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog or child's posture, 5 breaths. So from here, we'll take 2 more breaths, and then we're actually going to go into pigeon for a little bit. So when you're ready, take the right knee to the right hand, slide the left leg back. Maybe a back bend first so you could feel the extension in the low back. So really lift up out of the tailbone if you could sense that. And then when you're ready, release and lower. Support the forehead so the neck can relax. So while you are breathing in pigeon, I'm going to just have the bowls sing for a moment to help us use sound to relax these spaces. Let's take about 5 more deep breaths. Let the next breath release through the mouth, letting tension go from the hip and the joints in the hip. Also the knee. We're going to be coming up, and then we're going to roll to the right hip and swing the left leg forward. So we're coming into seated. At least a couple things that I'd like to do here. First, let's take a twist over to the left, and we're going to work on the right shoulder and the spine. So bring left hand down, fingers face back. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, right elbow outside of the knee or thigh. Get tall first, and then push into that arm and turn the head to the left. And then we're going to 3 times lower the forearm down, and then bring the forearm back up. So lowering, feeling a little bit more pressure, and then lifting. And then we'll lower and take 3 more breaths. Every exhalation, put a little bit more pressure into the legs so you can twist the spine a bit more. And we'll inhale, come to center. Extend the left leg forward and either bring the right foot into the left thigh or the right knee so that it's parallel, the thigh parallel to each other, both of them. Right foot out to the outside of the right hip. So either way, we're going to recline. Now, if you have the thighs parallel to each other, it may not be possible for you to fully recline. Just go as far as you can and let the right thigh stretch. If you have foot to thigh, you'll be able to recline and just relax. And we're going to take about 5 deep breaths wherever you are. See if you can release parts of the body that you might be holding on to. Release, let go. Another deep breath. So if you have the foot to the outside of the hip, you might need to come up a little bit first so that you can straighten the leg. But we're going to all take the back down and then extend the right leg up towards the sky and support it with the hands and just move the right foot around. And we'll keep the foot flexed. Take the hands as far up towards the foot as you can and lift the head. Take a few deep breaths. Two more breaths. And exhale, release the right leg next to the left, take the arms behind, and lift the belly button as you extend the limbs away from each other. Or bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around them, little rocking side to side. So we did one side, we started with the right pigeon. So we're gonna start with the left pigeon. So when you're ready, either roll to the side to press up, or rock up to seated. And then you can switch over to pigeon however you'd like. Now if you want to come into downward facing dog first, if you want to take a vinyasa first, or a child's posture, all of that is there for you. And then whenever you're ready, we start with the left leg and the right leg back. And then just remember, we did have a little bit of a extension moment. So let yourself reach out of the low back, out of the tailbone. And then when you're ready, release in. I'm going to use the bowls. So if you have your attention in the hip while you hear the sound, you focus on relaxing that space. 5 more deep breaths. So we're going to rise and roll to the left hip. Bring the right leg forward, planting the foot. This time we're twisting to the right. So bring the right hand behind, fingers face back. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, left elbow outside of the thigh or knee. Get tall. Exhale, turn to the right. And then 3 times, lower the forearm. Keep nice pressure and then lift back to where it was. 2 more. And then keeping the forearm down for 3 deep breaths. And see if you can bring the chin in slightly as you're turning to the right, just so we aren't sticking the chin out forward. We can line up the spine with the neck with the rest of the spine. And then we'll inhale, come back to the center. Take the right leg forward, and obviously each knee is different, so you may or may not be able to do the same thing that you did on the other side. So see what works. And then whenever you find that position, 5 deep breaths. If you have thighs parallel to each other, do your best to keep the knee down. If it's risen, I'm not sure that it'll benefit you as much. And then if it's not possible to keep it down, probably bring foot to thigh. Probably 1 more deep breath. So we're going to transition out of this, so in a way that makes sense for whatever position you're in. And then we're taking that left leg directly up towards the sky, bringing hands behind the thigh and moving the foot around. And then we'll keep the foot flexed. Take the hands up as close to the foot as you can. Lift the head and the upper part of the back. Draw the leg in closer to the trunk. Deep breaths. And we'll release the leg next to the right leg. Take both of the arms behind, point the toes forward, lift the belly button up. And then we're going to plant the feet this time. And we'll bring the arms alongside the body, walk the shoulders back for a moment. We're going to take a bridge posture before we go forward. So make sure feet are hip distance apart so the heels line up with the sitting bones is really what that means. And then when you're ready, pull the pelvis in, lift the hips up, walk shoulders even closer together, and then maybe interlace fingers under hips and press arms straight down. Or if we're tighter in the shoulders and upper back, we can bring elbows down, forearms up. But keep using the glutes and the low back to rise and work against gravity. Another full breath. And exhale, release the hips down. Take the arms out to the sides. Keep the footprints down and then lower the knees to the right. So we aren't bringing the knees together. We're keeping them apart. Turn the head to the right first. So we're in a spinal twist. The knees are off to the right. And then we're going to turn the head to the left. So this sort of twist when the feet are separated and the knees are a little bit lower tends to get a little bit better into the low back. Let the body get heavy. Relax the wrists, the knees, and then we'll plant the feet back down, keeping them pretty much in place, but then roll the knees over to the left. Turn the head to the left first, and then turn the head to the right. Notice where you feel the lengthening in the body. Let the elbows get heavy. Let the ankles get heavy. Soften the face. And we'll bring the feet back down to the mat fully. We'll bring the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the knees, maybe a little rock side to side. And then either rolling to the side to press up or rocking back up to seated and then right back into hands and knees. We started with cat-cow. We're going to go back to cat-cow and see if it feels different. Couple more. We're going to return to heart chakra posture, Anahatasana. So when you're back in cow, tailbone up, slide the palms forward and see maybe you have a little bit more space now that you can comfortably go into. The hips, the tailbone reaching back away from the fingertips. Forehead maybe all the way down if that works. Notice where you're feeling that stretching action. And then when you're ready, rise up to table. We're actually going to thread the needle, so we're going to go a little further today. Separate the knees a little bit more than hips distance. And then when you're ready, inhale the right arm upwards. Take a circle or two with the wrist. And then we're going to go right into threading the right arm all the way so that we bring the right shoulder down, right side of the face down. That right arm is straight. And the left hand can stay where it is, or you can extend that left palm forward. So you might stay here. Now, if the knees are separated and you want to extend the left leg, you'll need to kind of draw them a little closer so they're more like under hips distance. I forgot I was going to give this option. So if you make that adjustment, then you can extend that left leg behind and bring the toes down. And if you want to create a little bit more activity in the upper back and the shoulders and find a little balance, then you could lift that left leg carefully. So we have to maintain the right elbow, the right shoulder and knee down, the left palm down. And if you roll off, that's totally great. We're on the ground, so we're close. We just start over. And then we'll come out of this, so reversing, bringing the left palm back down so you can take that right arm up towards the sky. And then we'll bring the hand down. Before we go to the other side, come to standing on the knees for a moment and just take the hands behind, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back. And then we'll release, bringing hands back down so we go into the left side. Inhale, lift the left arm upwards. Rotate the wrists one time, the other way, and then go ahead and thread through. So setting up, if you know that you're going to go into that balancing posture, then you can keep knees under the hips. Otherwise, you can separate them. We have that left arm straightened and extended out, and then maybe the right arm extends with the palm down. And then if we feel like we need a little bit more, we can extend that right leg, toes down. Make sure that you have weight in the right hand and the left elbow and shoulder, especially if you're going to lift the right leg and create a little balancing challenge. We'll reverse out of this. Left arm lifting. And bring the hand down. Come back to standing on the knees. Take the hands behind, interlace fingers, straighten the arms, stretch back. And then we're going to go back to that restorative child's posture where we had the arms resting. So go ahead and release. And then you can either keep thighs closer together so that arms are resting along the thighs, palms up, or knees apart, tuck the arms under the trunk, and turn the head in one direction. Let the shoulders relax. If the arms are under the trunk, turn the face in the other direction. And then we'll bring the forehead back down. If you had one side of the face down, take the arms forward. Come back up to table. We're going to go into a couple standing postures before we come back to seated. So roll over the toes, come back into downward facing dog. And then we'll step the feet forward. I think we'll roll up like we did before. So release the arms, release the head, and slowly start to unroll. Shoulders rotate. Hopefully we feel a little different in the shoulders since we did this earlier. And then we'll take shoulders back and down. And then we're going to step the right foot, at least for those of us that are together, we'll step the right foot to the back of the mat. For those that are at home, whichever way feels right for you based on your position. And then we have feet apart. We'll take the arms out to the sides. So we have a star formation with the body. And then we'll turn the right toes to face the short side of the mat and go right into warrior B. So lunge in to the right knee. Oh, that's okay if you're on a different, that's totally fine. I see. It totally doesn't matter. As long as the two of you are doing the same, that's what matters, so that you don't throw each other off. All right, so we're in warrior B. We have that right knee over the ankle or slightly before, but not past. We're going to go into extended side angle posture from here. So we can bring either right forearm to the right thigh and take the left arm up and over, palm facing down, or right fingers to the outside of the right foot if that's available, a little bit deeper. So Brianna, if you can take it to the outside versus the inside, it's going to be a little bit more, yeah, like right on top onto the mat. Is that possible? Yeah. And then take that arm up and over so that we have palm down, the upper arm closer to the ear, but not suffocating it. We're going to walk this into a wide leg forward fold. So release that left arm down and then walk between the two feet, fold here. See what feels right. Maybe walk hands back or grasping toes with peace fingers. Four deep breaths. Next inhale, come up halfway. Bring the hands to the hips, maybe a micro bend in the knees, and then we'll rise up to standing. We're going to go right into the left side. So turn the left toes to face the short side of the mat, arms open, lunge into warrior B. Look past the left fingertips. One more breath. We're going to go into extended side angle. So forearm either to that left thigh, right arm up and over. It's always a good start. And then if you feel like you have a little bit more space, the hand on the mat to the outside of the left foot, right arm reaching up and down, kinda, palm down, so up and over the right ear. Maybe looking up past the right hand. Another deep breath. We'll transition over to wide leg forward fold. So right arm comes down, walk back between the 2 feet. This time let's grasp the big toes with the peace fingers. Come up halfway, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, bend the elbows to be able to fold downward. Feel the neck and its weight. Let it get heavy. One more breath. We'll come up halfway, lengthen. Bring the hands to the hips. Maybe a soft bend in the knees to rise up with the straight back. And then we'll heel toe the feet closer together. So we're back in standing. I would really like to take a side bend. So wherever you are, after our side bends, we are going to take a balancing posture. So let's reach the arms all the way up. And then exhale, right hand down to the leg, left arm up and over. What we're going to do, just for fun, because we have to keep it fun, come back up, but take this left arm and cross it across the chest, pull it in with the right arm, separate the feet, and we're going to go into a squat for 5 breaths. So lowering. Almost there. The way we'll come out of this is we'll release the arm down, come back into a forward fold, and then unroll the spine up. See, that was so fun. All right, let's find our side bend on the other side. So let's start with the feet a little closer together, though, wherever they were before. And then we'll inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, side bend over to the left, right arm up and over. So the trunk is going to rise, but that right arm is going to cross the chest. Left arm is going to pull it in. And then again, we'll separate the feet and come back into that squat for a few breaths. One more breath. Again, release the arms down, come back into a forward fold. This time we'll hold for 3 breaths. We'll unroll just like before. And once you've risen, a couple circles with the shoulders. And then we'll come to feet a little closer together, hips distance. So it's really nice. It's like I realized if anybody ever needs the walls for balancing, they're like perfect. They got a shelf and everything. So we're going to go into let's do tree, but we'll have a variation available too. So the variation will be a half lotus in tree. Are your feet cold? Convenient though, the heater. So the variation, and this is where potentially you might make use of support, will be, tree has foot to the inside of the thigh. The variation is that half lotus, so that the knee, which we've kind of done something similar to kind of prepare for this. So it might be a good day to try it, but obviously if a half lotus doesn't work in seated, it may not work in standing. So see which one you're going to go for, but we're going to start with left foot planted, right foot planted, then we shift over to the left leg, and then we bring right foot to the inside of the leg or on top. And then have your support, obviously, if you're going to go that route. And then either way, wherever you are, you can have hands together. If the foot is on top of the thigh, you can hold the foot for some stability. You might express the arms, but we're going to take 5 breaths wherever you are. One more breath. And we'll release. Shake the legs out. Remember to be able to kind of like relax the footprint down so that you have more surface and less tension in the foot, and that'll help with balance. So when you're ready, start with both feet. Feel the downward energy of the legs, just like trees. And then we shift over to the right foot and bring the left foot either to the inside of the leg or on top. It's good to find something off slightly forward on the ground where you can lock your eyes. Couple breaths. And we'll release. Okay, let's shake the legs out. Shake the ankles out. And we're going to take a few arm swings and then we will be resting. So feet hips distance. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, swish them down. Inhale, take them up. Find a little back bend. Exhale, swish. Feel the energy rising. Invigorating the body. And then this time we'll stay in our back bend for a moment. Really reach out of the low back, the belly button. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. So if you aren't towards the top of the mat, you can walk up to it. And then we're just going to go right into a fold. Feel the low back stretching. From here, we're going to go to Baddha Konasana, bound angle posture. And the way we'll do it is, I think we're going to actually go into a garland posture and like a quick transition. So that means we're going to bring the feet close together. Then we're going to bend the knees. We did a lot of squats today. We're going to bend the knees, see if we can separate them and get the bottom closer and closer to the mat until you roll over to the sitting bones. So it was like barely garland, but it was reminiscent. Then we're going to take left leg forward, right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinge forward, hands somewhere to the leg. Come up halfway, lengthen. And then exhale, heart forward towards the foot. Relax the neck. And inhale, rise up. So we're going to do that one more time just for a moment, but we're basically going to bring the hands to pressure points in the leg around the knee. So first you have the knee. There's a bone to the left of the knee. You're going to go down that part, and there's like a little bit of a muscle indentation there. You're going to bring like maybe the left thumb to that spot. Then you're going to take the left thumb above the knee, to the left, up and to the left. So it's kind of like it creates a bit of a line between the two pressure points on where the thumbs are. And if you don't get it like perfect, doesn't matter. We're just going to push into these spots, and then we're just going to like hinge forward a little and then come out of it. So we're just kind of moving the trunk forward and then lifting the trunk back up as we're pressing into these points. Forward and up. Maybe a nice breath out through the mouth as you release tension around the knee. And then we'll rise and release. Switch legs. And maybe if you can notice a little difference between the two legs as you're making that switch, then we'll take the arms up, hinge forward, lengthen, and again hinge. Okay, we'll rise back up. We'll work on the other side. So we have I think we did like the same hand, same leg. We're going to squeeze right thumb right below that knee on the outside of it. There's a little indent, and then above the knee and slightly to the right. And so once we have a nice grip, we'll lower on the exhale and rise on the inhale. And so hopefully as we release some muscles around the knee, then the knee can get a little bit of relief. One more breath. And then we'll rise up and release the leg. Bring the ankles so that they're crossed or a foot in front of shin. And let's work a little bit with the neck. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Turn the head right and left. Once the head is in the middle, up and down. And once it's back in the middle, lift the right ear. Back to the center, lift the left ear. Back to the center, tilting left, right for a moment. And then once the head is in the middle, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release the head down. Let the head and the neck be heavy. And then we'll bring the head back to center, cross the wrists, bring the fingers to the base of the neck, put pressure above the clavicle, and then lift the chin. And we'll bring the head back to center. Move the fingers around, maybe the wrists. Let's sit up straight before we come to lying down on the back. So just allowing the arms to rest for a moment. Bring the chin in slightly. Feel the crown of the head reach up towards the sky. Relax the face, the forehead. Focus on relaxing the brain. Bring the attention to the heart and focus on relaxing the heart. Take a slow breath in through the nose. Release through the mouth. Feel the body relax. And then we'll come all the way down to the back and prepare for Shavasana. If there's something you'd like to do before we lie down, please feel free. So maybe reclining pigeon for 5 breaths each side, or simple spinal twist, or even a combination of both. Even a little bit of both will go a long way. cold, definitely put a blanket on. Once you're ready for Shavasana, start to let go of different parts of the body. So as we take our awareness around the body, that space reacts. The body itself reacts to your awareness, since you aren't the body itself. But once you put your attention on it, it softens. So bring your attention to the right wrist, the right elbow, the right shoulder, the right waist, the right hip, right knee, right ankle, all the joints in the right foot, and back up to the hand, all the joints in the right hand. And come back to the left wrist now. Become aware of the left elbow, left shoulder, left waist, left hip, left knee, left ankle, all the joints in the left foot. Up back to the left hand, all the joints in the left hand. Bring your awareness to the chest, the rib cage, the belly, and the various organs in the belly. The upper back, mid-back, low back, and now the whole spine from the tailbone up to the neck, the cervical spine. Notice the weight of the head. Really feel the weight as you relax the neck a little bit more. Soften the forehead. Become aware of the jaw, aware of the cheeks, the nostrils, temples, the whole face softening, relaxing, the whole body resting. And then just allowing that awareness to go deeper within. So leaving the physical body behind and traveling inwardly, maybe particularly through the heart center, letting your consciousness go deeper and deeper, deeper than you can consciously imagine. exploring that depth, perhaps touching that divine nature. Without changing anything, slowly become aware of the body. So our practice is very much about having more control over the body from our higher aspect, so that this deeper aspect within ourselves, so that the soul is able to master the body itself. And so we want these parts of ourselves to come together in that way. And so bringing that from the depths, bringing that deeper awareness up into the physical body. Bring your attention, your awareness all throughout the body and feel it enveloped with a beautiful white light. Let the body feel the assurance of the soul. Feeling its warmth and its comfort. And then allow yourself to become aware of the sensation in the hands. Sensation in the feet. And having allowed these parts of yourself to come together, we'll now start to animate the body and letting the breath get deeper. Moving the hands and the feet. And then letting the arms circle behind. Bringing the knees in at some point and wrapping the arms around them. And then rolling to the side or rocking up to seated. So feel that your being is much more filled with life force, much more filled with prana, and much more able to circulate it. And then with that circulation, we want to be able to spread the sense of deep desire for all beings to be free and well and happy and understand their true nature. So bring the palms together. May all beings be established in the true self. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be fulfilled. May all beings be blessed. After this, we'll also chant Lokāḥ Samastāḥ Sukhino Bhavantu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Sarvesham svastir bhavatu. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Om Lokāḥ Samastāḥ Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokāḥ Samastāḥ Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokāḥ Samastāḥ Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Śānti Śānti Śānti. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.